Hello.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. Sorry, next.
For those of you that noticed, we did not launch our episode on Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you. I know.
We felt the love.
I did. I had a few people reach out and say, why am I not seeing it on Apple Podcasts? And I was like, it'll be launched tomorrow. Don't worry. We're coming back.
I know we have a cool thing to go to. And I said, let's just marry up going to that with recording and we'll just push the episode out a day. Yeah. Is that okay? And Krista was like, sounds good to me. Because we have a hot date tonight.
We do.
We have a hot date with Tina Turner.
We're going to rolling down. I'm so excited to see it.
Me too. Okay. So yeah, she's at Belk Performing Arts, through Blumenthal. It's, the Tina Turner musical. It's obviously not Tina Turner. But so yeah, her show runs, I think, through the 19th. So there's a little bit of time to get tickets.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so fun. I'm really looking forward to just a night out with you, and your sister's coming, and I think Colson's coming. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, Colson loves, theater and musicals. And I was telling him we were going and he's like, I want to go. So I'm like, all right, come on.
I know, that's good. My daughter, Sadie, also wants to be in theater, but I have yet to let her pursue it.
Yeah.
And so I shoved them on the Carowinds train today. I'm like, first day of summer, let's go to Carowinds.
Oh, yeah. Today is the first day of summer.
With the babysitter, not me. And hopefully you'll be down for the count by the time I get home tonight.
Yeah.
But no alarm clocks tomorrow. They get to sleep in.
Ooh, cheers to that.
I am not making lunches
you don't have to make
until lunchtime.
Yeah. But at least you don't have to prep. That's the whole thing, right? With making lunches. It's like, I don't have to think about it. I can just figure it out, or obviously get stuff for the week, but
it can happen in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to do it in the 6s, like in the 6 a.m. hour. I can actually wake up in the 6 a.m. hour and take care of myself.
Right.
I'm excited to see how it's going to pan out.
Yeah. Especially they're a little year older.
Yeah. I mean, they don't care. They'll eat cereal at noon and be like, this is my breakfast. And then want to eat lunch at 4 and then we'll eat dinner at 8. And that works actually beautifully with how I like to do things.
Yes.
I'm a natural intermittent faster.
Yeah.
So I don't wake up hungry. So I could care less about the breakfast foods.
Do any of your kids, are they sticklers on, I need breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
No.
Yeah. Colson was like that. He's like, this is dinner. I haven't had lunch. And I'm like, well, buddy, we had breakfast late.
He's like, this doesn't follow. So,
yeah, he's like, oh,
no, my kids are like, if we have leftover spaghetti, can I eat that in the morning? I'm like, you're darn right, you can.
Yes, you can.
You can have spaghetti at 8 a.m. if you're up and you're hungry and you want it now, you go right ahead.
Put some maple syrup on that.
Oh, Lord,
and help it.
I do have to say, I was a little freaked out when I got here because there's a snake following me, y'all. I open, it's Tuesday and I get my weekly dinner delivery from Marley Spoon by Martha Stewart. I can send you a coupon code if anyone wants to try it. It's just like your recipes for dinner for the week. And it gives you, exactly just enough ingredients. And so you don't have to think about the dinner menu and you don't have to do the shopping for those types of things. It's great. But so anyway, my weekly box comes on Tuesdays. And so I can see it from my front door. I'm working from home. I go open the door to grab the box and there's this huge snake slithering across my front entryway. And I'm outside and I'm like, oh, and I shut the door.
No. What if it would have went in your house?
I know. Cause I'm not afraid to leave the door open. If I get my groceries delivered there, I will walk some in and leave the door open and then walk back out. So I'm freaked out about that. So we get it shooed away into the brush. I text my neighbor whose garage door is open and I'm like, Kate, I'm like, it's coming your way, buddy. Here you go. And she's like, oh, hell no. And she closes her garage. So then fast forward about a half hour, 40 minutes, I put my groceries away, freshen up, give my teeth a quick brush because I'm leaving to come meet you. I walk on the opposite side of my house around my car that's parked in my garage. And it's over there on that side, on my driver's side. The snake is back. I assume it's the same.
Yeah.
Big, long, black snake.
I mean, it was huge.
It's at least a 5-footer. Y'all, I'm not kidding. At least 5 feet.
It was the video you sent me, which we'll share. I was like, oh my God.
Why do we always have the crazy animal stories?
Yeah.
I mean, I did have to share the cat balls a lot.
Yeah.
Last week. And a couple people were asking me, like, are you not familiar with cats at all? This is totally normal. Why are you freaking out?
Because
I'm like, that did not look normal to me. And I'm anti-cat, as we've discussed in the past. And now I'm apparently very anti-snake too.
Yeah. Well, who isn't anti-snake? You sent me that snake emoji and I was like, what's she talking about?
And then the video's loaded.
Yeah.
Well, because I left
was
later
like-
than I thought. I'm like, oh, if I leave it by around 3, give or take 10, I'll be there by 4, give or take 10.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't leaving till almost 3:30.
Yeah. Well, you text me, what are you wearing at 2:58? I was like, she's not leaving at 3.
Well, I was dressed for the work day and I'm like,
Yeah.
are we changing for Tina? Like, do I need to put on? I have this awesome like rhinestone skirt. That's like, I wore it for New Year's. And I'm like, this could be good. Are people going to be like in the wig and in the outfits? Like,
Oh, no.
You know, so I was like, I don't know. Should we dress the part for a little Tina Turner action?
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, this is what I have on. So it's cute. So your sparkly top,
Yeah, I was
long
like,
necklace,
sparkly.
cute jeans. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to stay in my work clothes. But I
That's
did put on heels
Yeah.
instead of, I had flats on.
Dressed it up for Tina.
For Tina.
Yeah.
I wanted to for Tina, but
Yeah.
if you're watching on YouTube, this is the denim dress that I wore to the golf tournament that I was sweating
like,
in.
that is just too hot to wear.
Too hot to wear golf tournament. Well, it wasn't going to be sunny that day. I thought it looked cute. I think it's like, can be dressed up or dressed down.
For sure.
I want this to be like my summer work uniform.
But you can't wear it on a golf course
You're
when
right.
it's hot.
Fine.
And I tried to tell you that. She doesn't listen.
I mean, you are 1,000% right. And that's very difficult for me to say to other people.
You in the suit.
Speaking of the suit agrees with me on
Oh.
our conversation last week. Sorry, next.
Yeah, sorry, next. It was funny because we were talking about the tweezers car hack, and the suit's like, oh yeah, I've got a pair. You know, sometimes I got a wild hair over here, and I was like, you have tweezers in your car?
Thank you, suit.
I need to get on this.
So what happens is Krista and I finish the podcast, and then we usually go down to her kitchen and we finish our wine or finish whatever we're talking
Or
about.
open another bottle.
Oh, maybe. And then, you know, the suit came in and was asking us, how did it go today? What were you guys talking about? And he's like reading over her notebook again. And we mentioned the car tweezers. And he's like, yeah, totally. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, see, I think I got it a couple times today. And I realized I don't even use my tweezers in my bathroom anymore. I solely car tweeze.
Because it's the natural light.
The lighting is so
Yeah.
much better. You can see all those stray hairs.
I know. You're like, do you have them yet? I'm like, no.
No, get
I need
on
to
it.
get-
I'm
I
going to bring
know.
you some from Amazon. And I have a friend who's in Nashville right now. She was sending me her list of all the bars and restaurants they've been going to.
Yeah.
And at first I said, is this your list of where you plan on going, or are you keeping notes for as you leave?
Yeah.
Because one takes a ton of planning. Like,
Right.
good for you. You thought ahead. And the other one, I'm impressed with your
Your bar hopping.
Yeah, your
skills.
bar hopping and taking notes. She said, no, we actually did this after the fact so we could remember everywhere we went. And I said, okay, well, please no dermaplaning after drinking.
Yeah.
'Cause she's the one who sliced her face open
Yeah. Let's not
last
do
time we
that.
went, and her finger, or maybe she sliced her finger. I'm the one who sliced my face. Either way, don't dermaplane after drinking unless you want bloodshed.
No, and actually, I did that in Key West because FCK brought the scalpel, and I was like, "Do you just do it?" And she's like, "Yeah." And it was in the morning,
Okay.
and so I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Yeah, you don't need to wait for the spa for that.
I mean,
Because some of the places I go, like where I get my massage and stuff, she says though she has certain licenses for the massage, you have to have a different license for the dermaplaning.
oh,
And I said, that seems odd to me because when I
Yeah.
can go to a nail salon,
right,
you can go to a nail salon and spread your legs,
Right,
you know, and have
right.
all kinds of stuff done. But you can't go to a professional massage therapist and have the hair taken off of your face.
right.
That seems way off to me.
Maybe you have to an esthetician.
An esthetician,
Yeah.
yeah. But you think the girl that's doing
Why-
my eyebrows or doing a bikini wax has a better license than a massage therapist who can do facials and stuff?
Wait, I think it's two different licenses. I think a massage therapist isn't necessarily an esthetician.
Right, but she does. My massage therapist does all kinds of facials.
Okay.
She has the oxygen facial. She has all types of other things that
I
she
was
can
like,
do.
you're mixing up your services.
Well, yeah. I just found that to be mind blowing because
Yeah.
I thoroughly trust her
right.
a lot more than if someone you might get like a bikini wax or something from, and they'll.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't. That's why when I get a facial, it's nice because they do it.
You're getting a facial often enough to
No.
keep up. Okay, well.
No.
Yes, there you go. Car tweezers for the win
Yeah,
again.
for the win.
And
A scalpel. Because you might need to do that in the car too.
yeah, sorry, next.
Yeah.
So back to Krista's look for this evening now, because we're going to Tina Turner, and it may be the musical at Blumenthal, and it may have been coincidental that you were wearing that today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a word. Coincidental? A coincidence?
Coin-
Coincidental? I might have just made up a word.
Yeah.
Anyway, it sounded right. I could have gone with it and no one would have known. That's the power of
Yeah.
confidence.
That's exactly what
But-
she said.
Yeah, but anyway, and she was explaining to me what she was wearing, and I said, "Oh, you're such a mom." because you got called out the other day.
I did. So yeah, at CCMF, I took this workout class with some of these younger ladies, and
are they some hot babes, or are you hotter than them?
I mean, one's beautiful.
Okay.
Like, she's beautiful, and she's the one that does Pilates and everything, and but she's very sweet, and she's like, "You're such a mom," and I'm like, and I'm in like a t-shirt, leggings, baseball cap. We just did hot Pilates or whatever, which I did in my sports bra and leggings, but I had put my t-shirt back on, but she's in like little booty shorts and a little sports bra.
She's basically in the biker shorts.
Yeah.
And
but like the short, and she looks great in them.
Sure.
Like,
of course.
Beautiful. But yeah, she's like, "You're such a mom." And then I was like, I don't know how to take that, but I don't think she meant it. But when you said it to me earlier, I was like,
I know. I said it to cut you.
I know.
Only to make fun of her having said that to you, because I knew it was so fresh on you.
It was.
But yeah, I think if someone's like, "Oh, when they're not," and you're
Yeah.
doing something cool with them, I think that was a dig.
It could have been. I don't know. I was kind of talking about Colson working or something, and she knows my necklace, and she was like, "You're just such a mom." And I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Yes, I am, but I'm still cute.
Yes,
I can hold a plank longer than you, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
But speaking of Pilates, next. I just got to go start taking classes at a new place near me called Jet Set Pilates.
Yeah.
It's up in like the Burkeville Village area, and they just announced they're opening one in South End. So I'm super excited because that can be like halfway for us. So you and I can Jet Set Pilates, which is a reformer class, which if you have never taken a reformer class or a Pilates class, highly recommend. Long and lean. It's easy on the joints. You won't get winded like running. You don't have to, drop any medicine balls and kill yourself.
Yeah.
But you're going to get in phenomenal shape. And it's just really freaking hard. Like, I don't love bar because like, I do think like, 100 little circles is like demeaning a little bit. But and I know how hard it is. But reformer Pilates is very much the same kind of thought process where slow and steady. And it's just really freaking hard.
Good.
And these girls that you were just with were doing that kind of workout too, right? And they do that. And then we get to go to another class soon too.
Yeah. One of my friends, Kim, is opening in Ballantyne Pilates studio. We'll talk about it on our next podcast because we're going to go Thursday and check it out. It's a beautiful studio. Her and her husband open, Kim and Mike Libretto. And so I'm excited to like Libretto's Pizza.
I was about to say, so I saw their like opening soon video and they ended it with Libretto's Pizza. And I'm like, that's an interesting twist to add. I wonder if it's next door to them in the shopping center or something. Cause it's like your worst nightmare when you leave your workout and
there's
like,
pizza.
I think it used to be in a movie where it's like they leave Weight Watchers and their Jenny Craig meeting and it's right next to a donut shop or something. And you're like, why do you do this to me?
Yeah. No, I think it's right there in the same shopping center.
And if they own both, good for them. Good on them.
It's beautiful too. I sent you the Instagram. Yes. It's called The Daily Pilates.
And it's so monochromatic. It looks gorgeous. Beautiful. It's very on trend.
So she was like, has your friend, because I told her, can I have my friend come? It's on my podcast. We'd love to talk about it. And she said, yes, have her come. But I'm trying to plan the workout. Has she done Pilates? I said, yeah, make it hard.
Hell yeah, make it hard.
And
that's
she
what
said,
I think.
Okay.
I want to suffer. Yeah, that's like the best suffering ever.
Yeah.
It's like so hard that you end up loving it. That's what I want. Like I want to quit the whole way through. And then when you're done, that was so good. It was so bad. It was so good.
Yeah. But it's just opening Saturday. So check it out. The Daily Pilates in Ballantyne.
That whole area is coming along so nicely. Like I grew up in South Charlotte and then, left. And now I live more in the Lake area and my parents are down there and I'm the youngest, so I'm a spoiled brat. So I make them come to me all the time. Yeah. But every time I'm down there, my dad's like, babe, you got to come to the bowl. We got so much going on at the Ballantyne Bowl. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then when they get hurt or I need to go down there, I'm like, damn, there's a Bossy Balula's down there. Yeah. And they have the chicken salad, by the way. If you are not familiar with Bossy Balula's, all their locations are excellent for the chicken bites, chicken sandwich, yada, yada, yada.
Is that at the bowl?
Yes, but they have a location in the bowl and that one serves their chicken salad, which is supreme. It's chicken salad.
It's like really good.
Oh, it's really good. Okay. I love chicken salad. Ever since I had kids and you can't eat deli meat.
Yeah.
When you're pregnant. Chicken salad for the win.
I have to go try it because Suit loves chicken salad.
But they're primarily known for like the fried chicken sandwiches, wings, bites with their fries. Mm-hmm. And they have this Bossy sauce that they put on the side or put with everything that's super good.
Yeah. Oh,
delicious. I bring it out to the packaging company, the family business. I take it to these guys for lunch all the time, every other week. And it's so good.
They do a lot. They have a lot there. Flower Child, North Italia. And then they have Solid Core. They have Dry Bar, not Blow Dry Bar.
Yep.
And then they're putting in like an acai smoothie place. Like, I'm like, this is going to be my go-to.
Yeah, we're never going to leave.
No, like I'm going to go to get a workout, get a smoothie, get my hair done.
The one next to me, or the one up in Birkdale, is above a coffee shop and next to a chopped salad.
Perfect.
So I'm like, and Dry Bar's across the street. So I'm like, if Dry Bar would just move over, I'd never leave. This is what it means to be happy in life in your 40s.
Yeah.
I can be so efficient with my errand running.
Exactly. I don't want to wash my hair.
No, well, let's be honest. How much work are we getting done at Dry Bar? I am getting a lot done. It's like a flight for me. I'm stuck in my seat. I can't move. I can't.
You can just
let the dogs out or change the laundry or get distracted with people at the water cooler. Like, I get the least amount done going to the office. I get way more done when I'm stuck in a chair.
You can schedule on a plane, dentist appointment.
Which I much prefer to be on a plane when I'm working. But either way, plane or Dry Bar chair, I'm getting the most done. My efficiency level is at an 11.
Yes, I agree. I'm the same way on a plane going to Key West.
Yes, on a plane going somewhere fun. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I was thinking of dentist. Sorry, next. But like, I think I forgot to like schedule my dental appointment to get a cavity fixed. Like, I think it was back in November.
I think I had to do that too, but it's all right. It's all right. You're not going to die.
But I haven't had a cavity in forever, and I can't remember. Here's the funny thing. I can't remember.
If you went back?
I didn't go back, but I can't remember if I really did have a cavity, but somehow I think I might have. And I think she said for the first time in forever, but I can't remember.
Do you notice any pain?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, if there's pain, then there's an issue. Then go.
I know, but I don't want to call.
Right. You don't want to make that call. And
I know, but how crazy is that?
No, that is crazy.
I mean,
never had a cavity until I got pregnant for the first time at 30. And that's literally when the kids start sucking the life out of you before they were even born.
Like a flamingo.
But sorry, next, I want you to talk about, before we run out of time, CCMF. You had a major weekend.
Oh, it was incredible.
Weather was fairly good. A little bit of rain, but that makes it fun, or wash up?
No. We had the worst weather weekend we had in 10 years. This is our 10th anniversary, would have been 11th, but COVID. It was incredible. Rascal Flat. So Thursday night, it was awful thunderstorms. We had to evacuate the festival, which with 40,000 people is hard.
There's nowhere to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Nowhere to go, but everyone left. And then you worry about, making sure that our customers, our CCMFers have the experience. Like, so when can the doors open? Are we going to be able to open the doors? Because every time the lightning goes and it's in that radius, 30 minutes. But I have to say the artists, Rascal Flatts, Colt Ford, and Tyler Hubbard were amazing.
Good.
They came in and our head of operations, our business partner, was talking to them and said, look, we want you guys to all perform, but everybody has to do a shorter set. And with artists, sometimes that's difficult. So a few years ago, I think it was Travis Tritt was like, I play the whole time or I don't play at all.
Wow.
But it was great. Colt Ford was like, Colt Ford was like, yep. So it was like, all right, Colt, 30 minutes, Tyler, you're 45, and then Rascal Flatts, you're 75. And they were all like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Colt Ford put up his own video saying, gates are open, come in. Tyler Hubbard put up a video. And, sometimes with these artists, they, aren't as supportive, but they were great.
Well, they don't want to play for an empty crowd either. Yes, they're getting paid no matter what, but they don't want to play for no one. They want their fans to come and see them.
Yeah.
And they're not them in particular, but, everyone has an ego. No one wants to be at an empty venue, singing their hearts out, especially when they're all big names like that.
Right. And so we had 20,000 people there. Yes. So there were some that didn't come back, but that was,
because 30,000 is max or 37?
35 to 40.
Amazing.
But it was great. And everyone had a great experience. The weather cooled off a little bit. The storms moved out. Rascal Flatts was incredible.
Their comeback is making me so happy, right?
Yes.
We talked about this last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. I'm loving this resurgence of love for Rascal Flatts because I just think they've been stand-up people. They've been humble, hardworking, and just making good music. Let us enjoy the music. Thank you.
I don't think they like each other, though.
Oh, well, I mean, I think some of the greats, it's a business and they understand that.
Yeah.
Right. I know radio shows like that. I know multiple bands. I mean, I think Florida Georgia Line got that way, right? And then they broke up.
The political.
I think Lady Antebellum, I think, this is just my opinion, everybody. And maybe Rascal Flatts is one of them too, but they understand the business of it. We're in business to make money and make people happy, and we can keep our personal lives out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, because like Florida Georgia Line, they were huge, they had great music, and then they just
and they thought they were so big. I think they thought they'd independently be that successful, and maybe they are, maybe they will be, but there was a magic of their chemistry that the fans related to. That we miss too. I mean, despite their independent success or not, maybe they're just happier in their soul. Yeah. And that matters to them. But as a fan, we didn't know that. We didn't know the inner workings of their divahood or anything like.
Well, and apparently it was their wives, political and their wives. And that's kind of what the issues were. But got to stand with your wife,
Happy wife, happy life.
That's right. They know it. But yeah, that Thursday was great. Friday, Lainey Wilson I started like bawling, and we were side stage. And I don't know if it was just because we were right there at the ocean and
you work so hard for things like this. And then to see them come to fruition.
And she played that song, My Heart is Like a Truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like thinking about like, the past 2 months have been like really hard, and I'm, miss Nanny, and I'm never going to see her, and DJ was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, no.
I know. See, I think music is medicine like that.
Yeah.
That's every live show I go to. In one way, I will shed a tear a lot because it moves me like that. Like I listen to lyrics, I feel the emotion, and seeing live performers is just special.
Yeah.
I think seeing people at the top of their game in their craft is special, and like to feel that music, that's awesome.
And Lainey's like, I know you guys, so many of you here have had hard times. You're going through the hard times, and I'll share it again. I did share it on our handle, but I'll share it again. I think I sent it to you. I sent it to my neighbor Carly, because we like to share songs. We all love music.
Mm-hmm.
But I was and then I just kept listening to that song. It was just good. But she's like, man, I'm here with you tonight. He's here with you tonight. And let's just get through it. And I was like, oh my God.
She has so many good songs like that helped me during my separation too. Like, Man Ought to Know. And like, there's another one, like I can't think of the title of it right now, but it was my go-to. It was like, now I have the queen side of the bed.
Oh,
like when he left, she was like, wasn't sure if it was going to be good or not, but now she's got the whole, the queen side of the bed, and it's just great. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I got this no matter what. Like it was empowering, but then other songs were about, he's an idiot. He missed the boat on this. Like, Man Ought to Know. Yeah. Great. I love listening to lyrics, and that Morgan Wallen's album has been super good for me right now too, because it is a whole like therapy session of some of the songs he's in love with the girl, saying please, please, please. Other songs he's like, I'm better now that she's gone. You guys were right. None of you liked her. Now I'm back with my mom. We're in good graces. Yeah. And then sometimes you're like, God, was that me? Yeah. Was he right when they were projecting it? And then there's other songs where it's like, you think I'm the problem, but you're pulling the bottle off the shelf, theoretically or physically. Yeah. And it's like so many emotions. If you listen to words and storytelling, I know I always put myself in the position, are you who they're talking about, or are you the singer? I always do that when I'm listening to music. Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of songwriting. I always look to see who writes the songs too, because I think it makes it more important to me. Mm-hmm.
Music's powerful. Yeah. And then I'm next trying to think what other stories I have.
Okay, so wait, CCMF. Someone asked me if there was an MGM sighting. We know she likes that.
MGM was not.
She could have been. It's a huge event.
Backstage quite a bit just because the suit with his back surgery, it was hard for him to stand a lot. So it was a little bit of a different CCMF for us this year, but we had a great time. It was nice. It was us, and we just kind of were backstage, which was great. I got to meet Jelly Roll.
Fun. And he looked so skinny in your picture.
Yeah. And he is so genuinely polite. He took his hat off to meet me. He's like, ma'am, it is so nice to meet you. And I was like, oh my God. You're like, and then he throws his arms out, and they like dressed him. They like put his vest on, and it was just funny because, out of nowhere.
Super humble. Seems like so grateful.
And great music too. Right. And his show,
see, I need to give him another chance, because he was at Stagecoach and we were kind of leaving or just kind of not feeling it. And then I've heard time and time again what a good live performer he is. And I need to give him, I like his songs that make it on the radio, but I need to give his live show a chance.
You would love it.
I would love it. Yes, I agree with you that I would love it.
I feel like I went to church. It was awesome.
Music is so powerful.
He did a great job. He's got a great story. He's just great.
Right. Came up from nothing, humble, was imprisoned.
Yeah.
Totally turned a corner after 40. So ladies and gentlemen, we have not reached where we're supposed to be yet.
We haven't.
No one knows where we're going or what we can accomplish.
He kept his prostitute.
Right? Well, she was a dancer. Was she a prostitute?
I don't know.
I love it.
Anyway.
I love it.
Anyway, he was wonderful. I'm excited to see him again. He's playing in Barefoot. So is Rascal Flatts. For our music festival up there. It's going to be, and so
yeah, CCMF is Carolina Country Music Fest, 10 plus years in Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
Always like at the beginning of June. Tickets for next year before the artists are announced, right? You'll kind of announce the ticket sales, right? Or do you announce
they'll
the
go
artists
on
first?
Sale usually in July before we've even announced an artist. And we sell out every year. So
plan on it, people.
I know it's going to be good. And so it's always so fun. And then I do have a very funny story because, the Beach Boys were there with Uncle Jesse.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I saw so many posts of people saying Uncle Jesse is here from Full House.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I had a fan
theme song. I have to think of a theme song for a second.
What?
The Full House. Nope, not good.
What?
Keep going.
Man, hold on.
Dylan, in the post-production, you got to start adding the music in for us.
Even TV news.
Yes. The Paperboy.
Right.
All right.
We can't. Yeah.
Okay, we can't. Music fail. Okay.
Maybe Dylan can insert it right here.
The Milkman, the Paperboy, the
evening TV. Yeah.
All right. Got a little bit. Okay.
So we've had the Beach Boys before, but Uncle Jesse wasn't with them. But this year he was. And I was like, I have got to meet him.
To get close to you.
He's not doing meet and greets. I'm like,
really?
Well, okay. So I was backstage.
So I follow and know very well from a work standpoint, Colleen Odegaard. Mm-hmm. And she was there and got up and close. And she posted the funniest video. If you follow her also on social media, she was like, ew, why is he just staring at me, you guys? And then in the next video, she's like, obviously not ew. I was so flattered, but AKA he's really not looking at me. I just happen to have my camera where his eyes were. And she's so funny.
That's hilarious.
And she was like, look, once again, just staring me down.
Yeah.
Staring.
Such a nice guy. I mean, I totally wasn't supposed to do this at all. Like, big no having all access pass and then like fangirling. That's a big no.
Act cool. Anyway, act like you've been somewhere. Right.
And I've never ever done this. Like, we've been around so many people, but I was just like, it is Uncle Jesse. I mean, so I am like, John, hi. He was like, we were by the buses and he was walking up to go on stage and he was thanking like the servicemen that were there because we had just given away a dog for a veteran.
That's
and
right,
and he was thanking people. He was thanking the staff there. He was so great. And then he was like, want a picture? Yeah, let's go. So I go to do a picture and my phone goes to time lapse. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me try again. And then it glitched again. And he's like, guys, I gotta go. I'm so sorry. I'm like, one more time. Can you try? And it did it again. And my son's like, Mom. And I'm like, I know. And he's like, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm like, one more time. And he tried and then it didn't get it. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Why didn't your son
Thanks
use
for
his
trying.
Camera?
That's what I was saying. I don't know. I was shaking so much. I'm like, what is wrong
you were
with
shaking meeting Uncle Jesse?
Yes.
This is amazing.
By the way, he's my number one now.
You have met every single artist multiple times. Like Eric Church, like you guys have their numbers. Like I can't even list the name, especially in the country music world, all of them. And Uncle Jesse?
I think it was just, it brought back that nostalgia from your childhood. And like,
you were shaking.
I know. It took me an hour to like calm down. I was like, what is happening?
Okay. That would be me with John Mayer, I think.
Okay. All right.
Even though like, I think he's so filthy below the belt that like, I would actually never, but I would like to think that he would want me. So I'm like, well, we could make that decision if the time came.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
But yours is Uncle Jesse's the top of your list?
I think so now, just meeting him. He looks like
he looks great.
He was so kind and I was just a jackass. Like,
no, you weren't. You were a fumbled fan. He's used to that. He's used to having that effect on women, ladies.
So it was funny because our business partner, I saw him like when we were watching the performance and I showed him the picture and he goes, "Oh, I guess you're the one they complained about." I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Did you do that on the stage?" I said, "Oh, no. He goes, "Yeah, they keep saying it was two wives." I was like, "That was not me. I was by the bus."
I was the one by the
like,
bus.
You can't do that with that. And I'm like, "I know, I'm so sorry." But it was worth it.
You're like, "Give me one more chance."
Yeah. He knows. He started laughing. And then we went up side stage and watched them. It was awesome.
That's so good.
Yeah.
What a fun experience.
That was like, I couldn't wait to tell that story on here because my son could probably really tell it better because he was just like, "What are you doing?"
Like, what's happening to you, Mom? You're always so cool and collected.
Yeah. And then, so I was like, I didn't get it. And then we looked at my pictures and I ended up getting it. But I have a funny picture that's like me, like triple chins.
Thinking you're not getting it.
And then John Stamos' head in the corner, like,
did you get it?
Yeah. So I'll share.
He's like, "Are you secretly recording us? What's happening?"
But anyway, great guy, super kind. Just,
is he a good musician?
Yeah, he plays the drums, he plays the bongos, he plays the guitar, he sings. They sang Forever, which was Jesse and the Rippers from Full House.
Oh.
It was so, like, I think every woman that is probably 35 to 45 was just like, "Oh my God."
Right. And that's the good Myrtle Beach crowd too.
And he's like,
for that event.
And he's gorgeous.
Plus, I mean, the 21 plus. But yeah, when I was at I went to the inaugural CCMF and did the stage announcements for Eric Church, and I took some heat. People thought I said a cuss word on the mic, and I didn't. But I'm also like, it was after 10 p.m. or it was at 10 p.m. And if you had children in the crowd, I don't think you're afraid of hearing the F word. But I didn't say the F word. I alluded to saying the F word because that was his logo at the time. But I didn't say it. But I am going to go ahead and paint with a broad brush. If you are at a concert in Myrtle Beach after 10, your kids have heard that word.
Well,
if they're with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? I mean, if you're going to be so stick up your ass, you're not bringing them out in Myrtle Beach after 10.
It doesn't even, I don't even
anywhere.
think the time matters. I think you're at a 4-day country music fest. You're going to see people.
Yeah.
So saying Eric Church.
Right. I went,
fine.
Eric Church. Because that's what his logo was at the time.
Yep.
That was the message he was projecting.
Yeah.
And some snarky radio people that were jealous that I got to do the introduction and he didn't, or they didn't, tried to come at me and be like, "I heard you're getting in trouble for that." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Bring it." I don't think so. Because I didn't say
Slap
it.
my wrist.
Even if, well, there were kids in the audience. Oh, after 10 in Myrtle, I bet there were kids. And if they were, their parents did not give a hoot.
Well, so, we had Kid Rock on Sunday and he was great.
Yes.
Great.
He's always great.
And right before he did this thing, there was this little girl right up next to the stage and he's like, "Hi, how old are you?" And, she was 10. He said 10 and she was 9. She was 9.
Good for him.
And he goes, "Okay, I'm going to need you to cover your eyes and ears." And then
for the next couple hours
thing where he did this scene with this woman and her boobs and then showed it like his ball or something.
Oh, Lord.
Like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
You're
fine.
I was fine. Almost saying an F word.
I mean, he didn't show it, but in the video, it was like alluding to this ball.
Oh my God.
It's just one.
Speaking of, I hope y'all enjoyed the cat balls we kept resharing.
Yes, I do. Well,
You're
and
welcome.
we'll reshare some black snakes too.
Oh, Krista said, "Damn, that is a big black snake."
That was big.
Okay, sister.
I have never seen one of those in our yard. I'm going to knock on wood.
Knock on. Yeah, I have one from last year too. It was down by my pool a couple times, like across the white travertine. I just saw it, like a 6-footer.
It's huge. Ugh. But I was like, at least it's a black snake.
Oh, they're so good. They eat all the bad critters. I mean, they really are good to have. But my front door has a nest. Has a little bird's nest, and I'm afraid it was trying to eat the babies or the eggs.
I guess they eat those.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be Hawkeyes. I'm gonna be on it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting those packages without a fight.
No. Oh my God. I just get. Yeah. I was like, and like ran inside.
I'm gonna post it on the Facebook page though, in my neighborhood, and be like, "House for sale."
Yeah. You said that in your video. We're moving.
Yeah. I'm out.
Oh.
Well, we're really moving to Tina Turner. Gotta go tonight, ladies and gents.
Gotta go.
Thanks for being a part of our little podcast. Little engine that could.
Yes.
I swear, we're taking it on the road soon because it takes me 50 minutes in and out of this house.
Let's do it.
I'm going. We're going on the road.
Dylan's down.
Pack it up. Let's go.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Cheers, friends.
Cheers.
Happy summer.
Sorry, next.